You don't have to be unemployed to be uninsured. Many jobs don't provide health insurance. And for many people, the cost of private insurance is just too much money.
My name is Raleigh Terrell. I'm 49 years old. I'm a machine operator at U.S. Sugar. I operate a machine that loads sugar into different size bags. Oh, I get there about like 6:30, quarter to 7, 7 to 7. Get on the floor, set the machines up, and all day you just packing sugar, making sure the machine is going. Honestly, I didn't know what was going on because I'd never experienced anything like that before, ever. I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't bend over, I couldn't move my bowels. It was really painful. I went through it for about like 3 weeks, just progressed more and more. Honestly, I was scared, not able to, play with my kids or anything, so it was really, horrible for me.
You might expect that most people in Raleigh's situation would call their doctor right away. But Raleigh was uninsured and he didn't know what to do. So he suffered through 3 weeks of excruciating pain before going to the emergency room as a last resort.
I was in so much pain, I just said to my fiance, I gotta go to the hospital because I don't know what's going on. I'm hurting too bad. Doctor came in and he had to put his finger up my rectum. And when he did that, something just had ripped me apart. And it was awful. But they knew exactly what it was. It was an abscess. And the doctor told me that it's a good thing I did come in because if not, I could have died from it. I had no idea how much the surgery would be because I didn't have no insurance. U.S. Sugar have an insurance plan, but it costs $2 something a week. That's a little too expensive. And that's just for me. So imagine if my family was on a plan. It would be ridiculous. I have kids to take care of. I can't afford to pay like $200 and something a week for insurance. I have other bills to pay too.
For most of his life, Raleigh had been healthy. When confronted with the choice between an expensive health insurance plan for himself or taking care of his family, he made the choice any father would.
So when I went to the doctor, I incurred the bill. As always, you get a bill in the mail. You open it up to see what it is, and it's like, what is this? How can this be? Like about $13,000.
$13,000. That's a huge percentage of Raleigh's annual income. Money that he needs to support his family. Luckily, Raleigh was able to get on a hospital payment plan. He paid $50 each month to chip away at his bill. But 2 years later, the pain returned.
I believe I was at work, and I felt pain back there, and I was thinking, oh my God, I hope this is not happening again.
By this time, Raleigh's fiancée Esther Namosa had started working as a medical assistant at Jericho Road Family Practice. She wanted Raleigh to see a doctor right away.
Esther came to me and said, Dr. Glick, would you consider seeing my fiancé, Raleigh, because he has this problem and he has no insurance. And the last time he had this problem, he waited too long, ended up going to the hospital and was there for 7 days. And we're still paying off the bills from that hospital stay.
I came in, signed up, and waited for Dr. Glick. He called me into the office. He looked at me, and he explained to me what it was.
It was just an abscess, an infection. And the infection was in a place that when it got too bad, it could spread to his bloodstream.
He wanted to prescribe me some pills, which he did. The pain started slowly going away.
If it's treated right away, an abscess can be treated just with an antibiotic, or you just have to lance it in the office. If you leave it, it gets to the point where you can't just put him on antibiotics. And unfortunately, whenever that first hospital stay was, his wife wasn't working for us. He didn't know about Jericho Road, and he didn't come in. But he should have had a place to go. So we end up paying $13,000 for Raleigh's hospital stay, when actually that if he'd have come in a week before, it could have been avoided with generic $4 medicine.
Ironically, it was Raleigh's attempt to avoid the expense of a doctor visit that put him in debt. He ended up requiring a surgery that cost thousands of dollars and that could have been avoided.
I believe the system would save so much money if we just said, you're here, you're covered, done. Everyone, I don't care if you're President Obama or you're the refugee off the plane, you got that plan, every doctor is going to accept it, and we're all going to get good care.